All right, chop chop. Let's begin, shall we? Arthur, stop your dilly-dallying.
Coming, Lady Unterwald.
Thank you all for coming. You know me as the aging heiress of the Waldbahn Empire. But there comes a day for everyone when you know your time is up. I've long desired to leave my legacy in good hands, and after much deliberation...
It looks like we're approaching a tunnel, ma'am.
Ugh. I do hope it's one of mine.
Be quiet, you idiots! We don't have all day. Ahem! After much deliberation, it's my desire that the Unterwald estate be passed over in its entirety to...
Heavens
Auntie!
above!
No!
Wait! It may just be a flesh wound.
You're telling us that's how it happened, Arthur?
This stinks, Bailey. It's got the unmistakable musk of guilt.
Careful, Lamont. We're dealing with a lawyer here.
Arthur Ackerman, attorney at law.
Listen, Arthur. You're accused of murdering your own client. What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm an estate lawyer. My clients have to pass on. Eventually.
And how many more have to die on your watch before that lust for murder is satiated?
There you are, Mr. Ackerman.
Kid, are you blind? We're trying to create an atmosphere here.
Just thought I'd check if our guest needs anything.
Our suspect, Jimmy. And we're in the middle of an interview.
Oh, how exciting! I hope you land the job, Mr. Ackerman. I'm rooting for you. Perhaps I can get a coffee for our interviewee.
No.
Tea?
Get out, kid!
He seems nice.
That damn coffee boy has thrown off the whole vibe. It's not as simple as it looks, you know.
Remember the exercises, Lamont?
Exercises?
I am confident. I have value. He was about to crack. I could feel it.
I wasn't.
Stay there, Arthur.
Sure thing. I'll be right here when you get back. Looks like I'm chained to the desk. What do they take me for? A common criminal? There's nothing more reliable than print media. That's taken care of, but I still need to find a way out of here. It's a long way down. Perhaps that dumpster could break my fall. Drat. I think they're coming back.
Let's try this again, Arthur. The whole story from the top.
Well, it began, as all good stories do.
With a hard-boiled yet handsome detective?
An ambiguously European locale. It all started on the Royce Express. The night was still young. I felt like the world was my oyster. I hope those oysters don't come back to haunt me. I don't remember leaving my door open.
There, that should do it.
Hello?
Oh, Mr. Ackerman, I presume. I was just...
Breaking and entering?
On the contrary, I've been sent by our mutual benefactor, Lady Unterwald.
Lady Unterwald, of course. If you've come about the sink, it was like that when I got here.
Oh, there's no need to be humble, Mr. Ackerman. 'Tis I, Herman Merman. Acclaimed novelist, detective extraordinaire. Oh, surely you've read the stories of my cases.
I'm not a big reader of fiction. Sorry.
Ah, well, there's a letter for you on the dresser.
And the suit?
Lady Unterwald believes a change of attire is in order. I'll give you some privacy. Until we meet again, Mr. Ackerman!
What an unusual encounter. I suppose I should read Lady Unterwald's letter. I wonder what Lady Unterwald has in store for me this time.
Dear Arthur, please report to me at your earliest convenience. I have further amendments to make to my estate before the big announcement tonight.
As you know, it's my desire for every passenger aboard the Royce Express to not only enjoy themselves, but to part with a tale worth telling. While the flashy suit provided can be seen as a symbolic gesture of excitement and adventure, it's also a very literal one. Get out of those drab clothes and have yourself a good time. That's an order. Yours sincerely, Lady Unterwald. So, I need to meet with Lady Unterwald in her quarters. Look out, world. Arthur A. Ackerman has some intense lawyering to do.
Is this the dark chiseled in outline? Yes, I am a little stuck and I need some answers.
Did
name's Arthur Ackerman. Pleased to meet you.
Hello. Stop butting in, Hagen. He was talking to me. No, he was clearly talking to me, Gunther.
Well, I guess I was talking to both of you?
Both of us? At once? Well, what is it?
Are you both waiting for something?
We're waiting to be seated because someone forgot to make a dinner reservation. I thought you were going to do it. And don't even think about cutting in line, Arthur. I have low blood sugar.
Don't worry. I already ate. Do you know where I can find Lady Unterwald?
She's just up ahead. Keep moving through the carriages, and you'll reach her eventually.
Thanks. Hey, aren't you the Gudrun twins?
That's us.
Of course. You're Lady Unterwald's nephews.
Auntie Unterwald put us in charge of the railway infrastructure. Tunnels and bridges, to be precise. Although one of those is clearly more important than the other. Indeed. Which do you prefer, Arthur?
I'm sorry?
What's more important? Tunnels or bridges?
Bridges. I often work around my problems.
Ah, so you're a fellow bridge buff. Ugh, of course you'd side with him. You spent half the infrastructure budget on those stupid tunnels, Gunther. And yet, they're still better than your bridges to nowhere, Hagen.
Looking forward to Lady Unterwald's speech?
Oh, yes. I believe Auntie Unterwald is to announce her successor. Mother says she'll surely keep the estate in the family. And who better to take over the reins than her most talented nephew? I couldn't agree more.
I should probably go.
Bye.
Farewell. Hello.
Hello.
Arthur Ackerman, at your service.
Suzanne Goldschmidt. Can I help you, Arthur?
What brings you aboard the Royce Express?
Oh, I'm with the band.
You're in a band?
You're looking at the lead singer in Balboa Swing.
Whoa!
What about yourself?
I'm Lady Unterwald's estate attorney.
Ah, so you're a paper pusher.
It has its moments. Sometimes, I get to use the rubber stamp. What's wrong with being a paper pusher?
Being a paper pusher isn't a bad thing, Arthur. We just move in different circles, that's all.
Aren't you supposed to be performing right now?
You're starting to sound like my stage manager. They'll call me when I'm needed.
I've been instructed to have a good time.
And you think I'm that kind of girl?
No, I mean...
Relax, I'm just messing with you. They probably just wanted you to loosen up a bit.
Any tips for having some fun around here?
There are some simple pleasures in life we can all follow. Eat, drink, sleep, fun.
Okay, I think I get it.
There's no need to be such a square, Arthur.
I take no issue with the square. Straight angles, all sides equal, perfectly reliable for a shape.
I guess I prefer to talk with people a little more rounded.
Do you really think I'm a square?
Well, a little spontaneity couldn't hurt, Arthur. Maybe it's time to explore some new angles.
I have to go. There's an old lady waiting for me.
Really? Well, I'm not one to judge.
Hello?
The name's Denola, kid. But most people call me Don or Donnie. You get my gist? That's a nice suit. So what's your deal? You some sort of tycoon or something?
Well, not really. You see, there's this old lady who told me to put it on, and I...
Let me stop you there. I don't think I want to know more. Besides, you're killing my vibe with that sweet patootie over there, you dig?
Ugh.
Hey, while you're here, you could do me a little favor. You take this note and give it to that dame behind me, will ya?
What is it?
It's a proposal of sorts, requesting we both make tracks to my suite. You get my drift?
I don't like the sound of that. Why is it so damp?
I soaked it in perfume. You don't know squat about wooing a dame, do you?
Gross.
A little birdie told me that Lady Unterwald plans to retire.
Haha, and how did you happen upon that little nugget of information, my sweet?
You know I can't reveal my sources, darling.
Hey there.
The name's Ron.
I'm Arthur Ackerman.
Can I help you, Arthur?
So, you heading anywhere exciting?
Just the bottom of this glass for now.
What's that you're drinking?
It's a mimosa. A bottomless mimosa, if you must know.
A bottomless mimosa?
The bartender and I have a mutual understanding. I drink them, and he keeps them coming.
What kind of work are you in, Ron?
I'm an accountant. I'm in accounting.
Wow, talk about a dream job. I've always wanted to perform account analysis. Tell me about the exciting world of accounting. I bet you get to review a lot of financial paperwork. Hot damn! I should be going.
Oh, are you nearly ready? I'm not getting any younger, dear.
Alas, you cannot rush perfection.
My apologies. Am I interrupting?
Not at all, Arthur. I'll be with you shortly. Pierre should take but a moment. Oh, tremendous! I see even Arthur made an appearance.
I capture every detail in the frame, madame. Exactly as I see it.
Well, I do wish you'd take some creative liberties, dear. We don't want anyone thinking I've got this many wrinkles.
As you wish.
We can attempt another portrait during my speech, if you like. Arthur, I've just signed another amendment to my will. It's by the window.
Of course. I'll keep it safe in the briefcase for now.
You'll have to accept my apologies for all the cloak and dagger theatrics. I must confess, I'm a little nervous about the speech tonight.
Ma'am?
It's going to ruffle some feathers. But do you think any of them are cut out to take over the reins? Bickering sycophants, the lot of them. They're just waiting for me to kick the bucket, you know. Oh, it makes my blood boil just thinking about it. Would you be a dear and open the window? It's getting quite hot in here. I need some air. That's better. I feel myself again. You might just be the most useful person here, Arthur. It's good to know I can rely on you. Now it's time to gather the family. This old lady's got a speech to make.
Oh, no. It's caught on the window! I might still have time to grab it.
Arthur, stop your dilly-dallying.
Coming, Lady Unterwald.
All right, chop chop. Let's begin, shall we?
Are you sure you haven't just misplaced your room keys, sir?
Misplaced? Must I remind you of who I am?
No, sir. You've been very clear.
'Tis I, Herman Merman! Surely you've read the stories of my cases. Herman Merman and the Murmuring German. Herman Merman and the Squirmin' Sherman.
Sorry, sir. Not a big reader.
Well, not even Herman Merman and the Sermon of Vermin?
No, sir.
Good heavens! My point being, I don't misplace things. I solve cases.
That's excellent news, sir. I'm sure you'll have no problem with the case of the missing room keys.
Well, yes! You're quite right. I smell a rat, and I'm going to sniff them out if my name isn't Herman Merman! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering here. There is a killer among us, but I assure you they've made a grave mistake.
They couldn't have accounted for the presence of a world-renowned detective. There's a detective aboard this train? Oh, indeed there is. Well, where are they?
'Tis I, Herman Merman, detective extraordinaire.
And you have experience in solving murder cases, Mr. Merman?
I need not bore you with the details. Let's get straight down to business, shall we? Behold!
Good heavens!
Lady Unterwald's final moments were captured by the renowned speed painter, Pierre Brosse. It's clear that nobody approached Lady Unterwald directly.
That means the attack must have been made from a distance.
Mr. Ackerman, you were safekeeping Lady Unterwald's last will and testament?
That's right. I had to oversee some last-minute amendments to the will.
Are you suggesting this amended will could reveal a motive, Mr. Merman?
Indeed. I believe it to be the smoking gun that will unravel this entire mystery.
Bravo, Herman Merman! Bravo!
Hand me the will, Arthur. We should be able to wrap this up in no time at all.
Is this a bad time to say I don't have it?
Wait! You don't have the will? That was your only job!
I hope you weren't counting on it for your big reveal.
Well,
Herman Merman, are you all right? He's gone quite pale.
I may be hard of hearing, but it sounds like our detective is out of ideas.
Uh-oh.
Is that the sound of another tunnel?
No! That's when the killer strikes! Help! Somebody get me out of here!
Herman? Well then. What do we do now?
I need to find out who killed Lady Unterwald, or I could be the next one to vanish. I'll need to talk to the other passengers. Maybe they saw something. Lady Unterwald's quarters could hold some clues. Hi there. How are you holding up, Doc? Doctor?
I really thought Herman would be able to help us.
I think he's too distraught to talk right now.
Sorry, sir. The lounge and beyond are strictly off limits for now.
But there's a killer on the loose. I'm the only one who had access to Lady Unterwald's will. I could be next.
No exceptions.
I'm still Lady Unterwald's attorney. Let me through.
Sorry, sir. As I said, no exceptions.
I have a letter from the late Lady Unterwald right here.
This all looks to be in order.
So, I can go in?
I'm afraid not, sir. Lady Unterwald has passed on, after all.
Pretty please let me in?
Sorry, sir. No can do.
Could you check Lady Unterwald's quarters on my behalf?
No. I can't step foot in there on account of my allergies.
Allergies?
Fragrance sensitivity, they call it. A room like that, filled with pungent perfume and all those fresh flowers, I'm not taking my chances.
What would happen if you sent off your allergies?
Oh, it's quite the sight to behold. I'd be no beat red. That's when I need to seek immediate medical attention, of course.
Oh.
But I'd be fine.
You would?
Eventually.
I'm leaving now, but I'll be back. I need to find a way to convince that guard to leave his post. It'll cost a fortune to get the smell of cheap perfume out of this jacket. I've been asked to give you this.
Is this from that twit that's been making eyes at me all evening? I'd sooner jump out of this carriage window than rendezvous with that rotten egg.
Well, it's scented, at least.
Well, it certainly stinks of desperation.
You delivered my proposal yet, kid?
Well,
Atta boy. You just watch and learn now. So, Dollface, how about it? I don't write love letters for every broad I see, you know. You should be grateful.
Oh, in that case, allow me to show you my gratitude.
You see, kid? It's that easy.
See you around, Arthur.
Oh, mother of
God. Unrequited love. Don dropped his keys in the commotion. I really should return them to him. Looks like Don booked the honeymoon suite. Room 303. It's room 302. It's room 303. Don? Are you in there? I could let myself in and leave the keys inside. Oh, I guess he's not in here. Looks like Don's been practicing poetry. Everything's just been thrown in here. Uh-oh. Someone's coming. I better find somewhere to hide, and fast.
That's enough, Donnie. Not only are you drawing attention to yourself, you're about to bankrupt the damn company.
I didn't tell you to fritter away her fortune bet by bet. Between the two of us, I'm not the bad guy, you hear?
Lady Unterwald is dead. Don't you think they're going to start digging for a motive? I've hidden the accounts in her quarters for now, but it's only a matter of time before someone starts snooping.
I'll bet the old bat took one look at the numbers in that ledger of yours and the shock killed her.
Ah, so it's all my fault. I suppose in your mind I bankrupted the company. I killed Lady Unterwald. Don't be so absurd. We're done here.
Oh, you're not done until I say so. I have a feeling the authorities would find this very compelling.
It's all my fault. I bankrupted the company. I killed Lady Unterwald. You've been recording?
When you're in my line of work, you need a little insurance, you know? Consider it an incentive to stay in line. Besides, I've got a new scheme in play. I'm telling you, Bergman, I won't lose this time.
You better be right.
It sounds like Bergman has fallen in with the wrong crowd. I should get my hands on that ledger in Lady Unterwald's quarters.
Trust me, I've got a system.
That's what they all say.
All right, I want everything on black.
He seems to be doing well. Too well.
I'm afraid the Royce Express has been slipping in standards for some time now.
But to have vermin aboard the train, have things really got so bad?
Things are
I'm
coming up
telling
green
you,
for
it was as big as
Donnie.
a house cat.
Oh, how revolting.
How about we put it all on...
Hello, I'm Arthur Ackerman.
You'll have to speak up, dear. I'm a little hard of hearing, you see.
Sorry, I'm Arthur Ackerman.
Who's that?
It's me. I'm an attorney at law.
You're a terrible bore.
Are you doing this on purpose?
Who's to say? Now, what is it you want?
You're Arista Goodrun, aren't you?
Yes. Now, what of it? Do you make a habit of bothering people and asking them stupid questions?
Were you at all close to Lady Unterwald?
Of course. She even gave my boys cushy jobs in the family business. Have you met them? They're imbeciles.
Did you also have a job in the family business?
I did. I never shied away from getting my hands dirty, you see. I'm an engineer at heart, always been fascinated by mechanisms. You know, I even helped design the Royce Express.
You said you worked on the Royce Express?
Oh yes, I know all her little quirks. She's not your standard steam engine, you know.
She isn't?
You're traveling aboard one of the first steam turbine locomotives.
What's a steam turbine locomotive?
I'm talking about steam power, boy. She may be experimental, but you're riding on the future of transportation.
Whoa!
If you ask me, too many naysayers are betting on diesel.
They are?
The Royce Express is a real challenge to that notion.
What's that thing you're holding?
What's that? Oh, this? You've never seen an ear trumpet before?
I don't think so.
It's a hearing aid. It helps me to hear all of your inane questions.
Do those twins always argue with each other?
Their constant one-upmanship is incredibly tiresome. Only last week they tried to lay claim to a designer sports bag.
It, didn't go well?
Oh, they argued back and forth for hours, tugging at it viciously. You should have seen their faces when I told them it was a cheap fake. Of course, by then, the bag was in tatters.
I should get going.
Farewell.
Looks like you have a secret admirer.
A secret admirer? Let me take a look at that. This is...
Explicit. I know.
And the scent. It's so awful. Wait, this note is perfumed?
I believe so. Are you all right?
Weren't you listening? I'm terribly allergic to fragrance.
You've gone beet red.
I have? I need to find a doctor right away. Don't go in there while I'm gone, Mr. Ackerman.
I wouldn't dream of it. This note is a potential biohazard. I wouldn't want it to fall into the wrong hands. Bergman said that he'd hidden the company account's ledger somewhere in here. I should look around for clues. This is the ledger that Bergman mentioned. I should ask him about those discrepancies. Who's there?
Nobody.
Herman?
Go away!
What are you doing in there?
There's a killer on the loose, Mr. Ackerman.
So, you're hiding?
Merely a tactical retreat. It's all part of the strategy. Lower their guard, wait for things to blow over, then I can strike when they least suspect it.
You're supposed to be helping to solve the case.
I assure you I'm working diligently to solve the case, but I can't become a part of the story. Not when everything points to me being another potential victim.
You clearly know something, Herman!
All I know for sure is we're both knee-deep in Lady Unterwald's affairs. We may never know what she was ultimately up to, but it got her killed. I have a strong desire to avoid the same fate, Mr. Ackerman.
Suit yourself. I'll leave you to it.
Don't tell anyone you saw me!
I should confront Bergman about this ledger.
All right, let's put everything on.
Hello?
Ah, Ackerman, isn't it?
Arthur A. Ackerman, at your service.
I'm Caspar Bergman, the treasurer of the Lady Unterwald estate. Can you believe it, Arthur? What a messy state of affairs we've found ourselves in.
My feelings exactly.
Is there something I can help you with?
What do you think happened to Herman Merman?
I'm not sure. Perhaps he fled once he realized he'd painted a target on his back. Surely the killer would be working to address any threats, tie up any loose ends. Or looking like a particularly loose end, if you don't mind me saying.
Because I was handling Lady Unterwald's will and testament?
Precisely.
Who'd want to bring harm to Lady Unterwald?
Well, when you generate as much wealth, power, and influence as she did, you naturally create a few adversaries along the way, no?
Any guesses as to who the killer could be?
I'm sure there are many on board this train who felt spurned by Lady Unterwald, but I'm hoping to stay out of these things where possible. I wouldn't want to make a target of myself with a killer on the loose.
What do you make of this ledger, Bergman?
Where did you get that?
I found it, sealed away in the bottom of a locked drawer.
How peculiar. I've never seen that before in my life.
Oh, really? Then we should pass this to the authorities when they arrive.
No!
I'd bet if they were to audit this ledger, numbers wouldn't add up.
Listen, Arthur. I'm in a bit of a bind here. Ashamed to say I've fallen in with a rather unscrupulous individual.
Are you talking about Donnie Donato?
I'm afraid so. They managed to exploit my weakness, don't you see? I'm a victim in all this, Arthur.
It's time to come clean. What's going on?
It's Donnie. He's concocted a scheme to cheat at the casino tables. We need to stop him, Arthur. I can't afford to lose more of the estate's money. I'll make this right as soon as he's no longer a threat, I assure you.
Tell me about Donnie's gambling scheme.
I believe he's using magnetism to alter the outcome of the roulette table. You have to stop him, Arthur.
Was Donnie trying to blackmail you?
He recorded the whole thing, Arthur. If I walk away from Donnie, he'll use those recordings against me.
Doesn't this give you a clear motive for killing Lady Unterwald?
No, I would never do such a thing. Donnie may be a bully, a swindler, and a cheat, but he's no killer.
Is the Unterwald estate in financial trouble?
The truth is, the coffers are almost empty, Arthur. I thought I could use Donnie's connections to replenish the funds. Rather foolish of me in retrospect.
I need to go now.
All right, Arthur.
This is where Donnie put his gambling scheme into motion. It couldn't hurt to look around. I'm sure Don won't mind if I borrow this. I'm not sure I know the rules. Besides,
Put it all on,
it makes me dizzy.
Red.
Bad luck, old chap.
I lost? How? Oh, wait right here, pal.
I should see where he goes. Looks like Don is heading this way. I'd better get out of the way again.
Damn thieving casino? I'm supposed to be stealing from them. No matter. Still got plenty of chips left. It should be enough to get my winnings back. And then some.
The secret panel was right around here. Aha! Let's take a look. That's a lot of contraband. Yoink! That should be all of them. Let's try this one more time.
You know, you're starting to feel like bad luck, kid. Step away from the table, pronto. I ain't messing around no more. All on black.
Never mind. At least you tried.
That's not possible. Excuse me. This damn watch must be on the fritz. At this rate, I'm gonna run out of chips. Wait a second. No, I've been robbed. Huh. So this is what it feels like. Okay, Don. The jig is up, and I owe a lot of money. No need to panic. I could jump off at the next bend. Yeah, maybe cross at the border. Greetings, Mr. Donato.
Might we ask to have a friendly chat?
About your most recent gambling activities? Yeah, sure thing.
A most unscrupulous individual is gambling with counterfeit chips.
Fake chips? We suspect this individual has also taken a creative approach to magnetism.
An unsanctioned use of physical phenomena.
Magnetism?
The capacity to attract and repulse forces between objects.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Then allow my associate to demonstrate. Ooh! Ow! Ah! All right, stop! Oh! Ooh! Ah! Oh, not the face!
Ouch. I guess the house always wins.
Thanks for dealing with Don, Arthur. I know you didn't have to help me, considering the circumstances.
I still have a responsibility to the estate, and Don was gambling estate funds.
Quite right. One last thing. I believe the doctor was looking to speak with you.
They were?
Indeed. I believe he's just about managed to pull himself together. You'll find him in Lady Unterwald's quarters, no doubt combing over her personal effects.
All right. I'll check up on him.
I'll be in the lounge if you need me.
Psst. We need to talk.
Hello?
Diana Osterhagen. Pleased to finally make your acquaintance.
Lovely to meet you, Miss Osterhagen. I'm Arthur Ackerman.
It's a terrible shock about Lady Unterwald. That wasn't part of the plan.
Plan?
Still, I was surprised at the low turnout for her announcement.
Oh, well, I'm afraid Lady Unterwald was estranged from her family.
I heard her personal lawyer kept writing them out of the inheritance.
Well,
Listen, we shouldn't talk here.
We shouldn't?
I'm all for exchanging pleasantries, but there's too many eyes on us.
There are?
Take this. Follow the instructions and meet me at the rendezvous. If we have business to discuss, we'll discuss it there.
A napkin? Is there something on my face? You said something about a plan?
Trust me, that napkin has everything you need.
I was sure Diana wrote something on this napkin, but it's blank. Doctor?
Arthur, thank you for coming. Dr. Hirsch at your service. I'm Lady Unterwald's personal physician. Or at least, I was.
I'm sorry about Lady Unterwald, Dr. Hirsch.
It's Hirsch! H-I-R-S-C-H! Oh, they're not going to call me Dr. Hirsch, are they? I can see the headlines already. The Doctor of Death who failed to save Lady Unterwald. There's nothing I could have done without my medical briefcase.
How can I help? What do you need?
With Herman gone, I need you to help me find some answers.
Answers?
Help me look around. Does anything look out of place?
That's odd. Has this been moved recently?
The rug? I don't believe so.
It wasn't like Lady Unterwald to leave things out of place. Aha! A hidden hatch!
Good heavens!
I wonder what's inside.
Careful, Arthur. We don't know what we're dealing with here.
A hidden safe!
Why would Lady Unterwald need to hide something like this?
In hindsight, Lady Unterwald was right to have trust issues.
The safe could hold the answers we're looking for, Arthur.
But how do we get inside?
How can I help, Arthur?
Was Lady Unterwald in poor health at all?
Oh, quite the opposite. Lady Unterwald was exceedingly spry for her age. She liked to keep me around in case of emergencies. But I didn't sign up for this.
Who would want to harm Lady Unterwald?
I think we both know Lady Unterwald made a fair few enemies with her eccentricities.
Go on.
If the lady felt someone was undeserving of her inheritance, she wouldn't hesitate to remove them from her will.
Oh dear. She did write out a cousin for chewing too loudly that one time.
When there's wealth, power, and influence to play for, nobody is without suspicion.
Got any leads on whom the killer could be?
You had the lady's last will and testament, no? I was hoping you might be able to point us in the right direction.
I'm working on it.
Well, be quick about it, Mr. Ackerman. There are plenty of dark tunnels on the route ahead.
Were you close enough to witness what happened?
I'm not yet able to determine a cause of death, if that's what you're asking. My working hypothesis. The lady suffered a penetrating blow and died near instantaneously.
Do you have any hypotheses about the murder weapon?
Alas, I only got a brief look at the weapon before Lady Unterwald was carried away. As we didn't see anyone approach Lady Unterwald, she must have been struck from a distance.
You mentioned a missing briefcase?
That's right. It's been missing for some time, I'm afraid. It had all my clinical equipment and contained sensitive patient records.
That sounds like a clue to me. Do you suspect foul play?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Do you remember where you last saw your briefcase?
Let's see. I was tending to someone who'd had one drink too many. There was a patient who'd suffered a hand injury. Yes, I took them both behind the red curtain in the casino. It could still be there.
Can I ask about your missing briefcase? Did it contain any of Lady Unterwald's personal details?
As a matter of fact, it did contain her confidential medical records.
Are we talking date of birth, address history, embarrassing medical conditions?
I'm afraid I can't say more, Arthur. It's important I respect patient confidentiality, even in these grave circumstances.
I'll bet it was full of doctorly equipment.
Oh, yes. All of my medical instruments were in there.
What kind of instruments?
My stethoscope, of course. A thermometer, various syringes, tongue depressors. Not to mention my sphygmomanometer.
You just made that one up.
I did no such thing.
Why haven't you looked for it yourself?
I'd gladly search for it. But I feel I owe it to Lady Unterwald to remain here. If I can glean any information from the scene, perhaps I'll have been of some use.
Actually, that's enough information.
Hopefully I've been of some use.
So, what's behind the red curtain?
I'm afraid I can't say, Arthur. It's called a secret society for a reason.
Wait, you're saying there's a secret society behind the curtain?
No. Nobody said anything about a secret society. Oh, I've gone and put my foot in it again, haven't I?
About this secret society of yours. You said they're located behind a red curtain?
Arthur, stop digging for information. I'll never live it down if they discover I've revealed the location.
Do you think they could be behind Lady Unterwald's murder?
Of course not. That goes against their entire philosophy.
Which is...
Arthur, please, I cannot divulge that information here. I've already said too much on the matter.
I'd like to sign up. How do I become a member?
Arthur, I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Come on! Are you saying you can't get me in?
It's not that easy. You'd need to know the handshake.
There's a secret handshake?
Arthur, please, I don't want to get in trouble.
Can you teach me the secret handshake?
Even if I could teach you the handshake, I'd likely be a pattern or two behind at this point. They are known to routinely change it.
What if I figured out the current pattern?
If you were to figure out a way to capture the current pattern, I'd be open to discussing it with the utmost discretion.
That's all for now, Doctor.
Very well.
Is someone there?
Good evening, sir. How low will you go? How high will you jump?
I don't understand.
Don't waste my time, kid.
Hello again. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, monsieur, I've lost everything.
You must have been very close.
Oh, it's not that. She owed me so much money. I was going to get paid after the speech.
Oh! There. Your payment, surely you had something agreed in writing.
Alas, our arrangement was but a delicate dance of words.
You only had a verbal agreement?
Oui, but Lady Unterwald is no longer here to keep her word. Never again, monsieur!
Did you see anything suspicious during the speech?
As you know, I capture every detail in the frame just as I see it. but the lights went out moments before we went through that tunnel. When we emerged, all I could see was that look of terror frozen on her face.
You didn't see anybody get close to Lady Unterwald?
If somebody approached Lady Unterwald with a weapon, I would have captured it. I assure you, nobody moves faster than I can speed paint.
Who do you think would want to harm Lady Unterwald?
Isn't it obvious? A rival artist surely consumed by jealousy. They would stop at nothing to ruin my livelihood.
Someone's been threatening you?
Well, no, but it's a chilling thought, hmm?
Won't you have to find yourself a new muse?
First things first. Much like the greats before me, I shall channel my suffering into art. Only then can I begin the arduous task of finding myself a new muse.
Are you interested in doing some work for hire?
Bravo, monsieur! I mean, I may be interested in taking on a small commission. For the right price, of course.
There is something I'd like you to help me with.
Ah, what is it that you wish to capture? The human condition?
Not exactly.
I'll need to be paid in advance. And no, I don't work for exposure. I can't afford to make that mistake again.
This commission, what would you take as payment?
I'll need an upfront cash payment. No checks, IOUs, or other empty promises, hmm?
Take care of yourself.
I bid you adieu.
Good evening, hon. Do you have any winnings?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Great! How much do you want to exchange?
This many?
Oh, goodness. Just a moment.
Thanks. Would this bag of cash be enough for a commission?
Monsieur, I shall draw you like one of my French bulldogs. Are you ready?
Ready!
Then let us begin. Show me exaltation. What a big smile, beautiful. Oh, mwah, mwah, mwah. Give me contemplation. Ah, I can see you're thinking very hard. For this next one, you're flabbergasted. Oui, oui, you've never looked more confused. Ah, pure perfection. I feel rejuvenated. Thank you, Arthur.
Don't mention it! Pierre managed to capture the handshakes in the background of these sketches. I should take them to Dr. Hirsch and see what he can tell me.
How can I help, Arthur?
Here. I managed to capture the current handshake pattern.
You did?
I just need some help with the phrases.
Indeed. Let's take a little look, shall we? How low will you go? How high will you jump?
Perhaps you'd settle for a simple fist bump?
Aren't your eyes open? Are you not wide awake?
If you think I'm still sleeping, you should give me a shake.
You need to climb lightly. Be careful not to slip.
I assure you, these palms, they have a strong grip.
Are you watching closely? Did you see me make my move?
I've watched your dance of digits, and I handedly approve.
Here, I'll write it down for you.
Thanks. Hello?
Oh boy, it's old clammy hands again. Aren't your eyes open? Are you not awake?
If you think I'm still sleeping, you should give me a shake.
Are you watching closely? Did you see me make my move?
I've watched your dance of digits, and I handedly approve.
You need to climb lightly. Be careful not to slip.
I assure you, these palms, they have a strong grip.
How low will you go? How high will you jump?
Perhaps you'd settle for a simple fist bump?
Right this way, sir.
Arthur Ackerman, we've been expecting you for some time.
You have?
Another newbie? Which one is this?
The uninitiated one.
The who?
You know, the dummy.
What's going on here?
Come forth, my child. Take my hand. Let us see what the future has in store for you.
You're going to read my palm?
One moment. Ah, yes. I see it now.
What do you see?
I see a foul concoction. It will bring you closer to the truth. Beware the doppelganger, for they will be instrumental to your undoing. Unaware to all, a dangerous secret has been hatched. That which is lost must be found. 3 at odds must come together to break their chains. Good fortune will come to you, but at a great price.
Fascinating. What does it all mean?
Honestly, I have no idea.
What? Well, what good is that?
Look, I'm trying to see the visions of the future. The understanding part is a little trickier. I haven't mastered that yet. Anyway, I suppose an introduction is in order. Welcome to... the Order of Idle Hands.
The what?
The Order of...
Yes, thank you, Brother Jared. We are the Order of Idle Hands, the guiding hand of the Unterwald Empire. We exist to protect Lady Unterwald and her interests.
But, Lady Unterwald is dead.
Yes, well, things have admittedly gone a bit astray in the last few hours.
Look, there's no need to rub it in, is there?
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
Look, we've all had a very productive meeting.
And?
We feel we should probably defer to Lady Unterwald's final wishes on this.
The best way to do that will be to get a look at her last will and testament.
You mean the one that her careless attorney lost?
Okay, now who's rubbing it in?
Now, I know tensions are high, but we need to keep our composure. Perhaps you could provide a status report on your efforts, Arthur.
I'm still working to get the last will and testament back. While I was looking, I discovered a hidden safe in Lady Unterwald's quarters.
Is that so?
I don't think we knew about that one, did we?
It's sealed shut, but with the right information, I think we could get it open. It's possible that Lady Unterwald kept a copy of her will inside that safe.
Oh, well, that is good news.
That would certainly save us the headache of coming up with a better plan.
Indeed, I think that wraps things up quite neatly then.
What do you mean?
All right, Arthur, just let us know when you've got that safe open and we'll take it from there.
But...
Excellent work.
Hey there.
Greetings. I am Brother Jared, custodian of the Silken Palms. How can I be of assistance?
Custodian of the Silken Palms?
Oh, yes. Did you know the hands are the most used parts of the body?
Is that true?
I'm the first line of defense against wrinkles, cracking, and dehydration. It's a lot of responsibility.
What does the custodian of the Silken Palms do exactly?
Cuticle care, nail filing, the odd hand massage here and there. I've even formulated my own hand cream, packed with essential oils. It's known to boost moisture levels and skin elasticity.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite therapeutic, you know.
Moisturized any hands lately?
Why? Are you looking to make an appointment? I'm sure I could squeeze you in.
That won't be necessary.
Another time, then.
What's that book you're reading?
Oh, this? It's Dr. Fogg's Guide to Invisibility. The title is written in invisible ink, see?
I don't see.
Exactly. That's how you know it's the real deal. The author has his handshakes, but secret messages, invisible ink. This is going to elevate us to a whole new level.
Does your guidebook explain how to reveal hidden messages?
Well, sure. There's a whole chapter on it. But no spoilers, okay? I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Can I borrow your copy of Dr. Fogg's Guide to Invisibility?
No way. I'm not done with it yet.
Have you seen the doctor's briefcase around?
Can't say that I have. Sorry.
I should really get going.
Don't be a stranger.
Whew. Those goons really did a number on Don's door. Donnie! Those goons from the casino must have taken him away. Don left his poetry book behind. I should keep it safe for him. Hey there.
Hello again.
Do you, think the waiter's palms look dry?
What? Where? The waiter's palms have ample moisture, I can assure you.
Sorry, I must have been mistaken. It's Dr. Fogg's Guide to Invisibility. Apply gentle heat to the paper to reveal messages written in invisible ink. Avoid using candles, matches, or any open flames. They might just send your message up in smoke. Maybe I can find what I'm looking for in the kitchen? Hello there.
Good evening, sir.
I've always wanted to join a secret society. What's it like being in the Order of Idle Hands?
All too familiar, I'm afraid. There's ceremonial robes and subterfuge, but at the end of the day, I'm still serving drinks and nibbles.
Ah, but I'll bet those appetizers are from an equally secret menu.
I couldn't possibly say, sir.
Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Do you know when the kitchen will reopen?
Indeed. I believe the kitchen is up and running again.
Have you seen a doctor's briefcase around here?
A briefcase? I'm afraid not. Monsieur Masson may have seen it. You could try asking him.
I'd best be going.
Very good, sir.
Hello?
What?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, I assure you.
They aren't holding you hostage here, are they?
What? Not at all.
Have you seen a briefcase around here?
What?
It contains important documents relating to Lady Unterwald. Oh, it's no use. I can't understand a word. I'll be back later.
Goodbye.
Hello there.
Good evening, sir.
What's the matter with Mr. Masson?
The doctor suspected a highly acute case of alcohol poisoning.
What has Mr. Masson been drinking?
It's a nigh-lethal combination of ethanol, cocktail perfume, and assorted petal leaf. All mixed to perfection within a single large container.
Does this drink have a name?
Rosebud.
Indeed. Monsieur Masson refers to it as the Rosebud.
How do I get one of those rosebuds?
Monsieur Masson has become quite fond of them. He may be holding the last one. However, you could check with the barman to be sure.
All right. I'd best be going.
Very good, sir.
Lady Unterwald was clearly respected and admired. So who'd want to take her out of the picture?
I hope we'll be able to find out, Arthur.
I'll just take a handful. Hello there.
Hello.
Sorry about Lady Unterwald.
What do you want, Arthur?
Did you spend much time with Lady Unterwald?
Oh, yes. We had all kinds of meetings with her.
She used to have so many fun sayings.
Gunther, we need to discuss this bloated budget.
Hagen, we've experienced yet another cave-in.
Do we really need another tunnel here? Ha ha! Classic, Auntie.
Did Lady Unterwald have any enemies?
Yuck! Enemies are for poor people, Arthur.
The wealthy have adversaries.
They're a much higher class of opponent.
My mistake. Did Lady Unterwald have any adversaries?
That's more like it, Arthur.
I assume a lot of people were jealous of her wealth
and power
and world-class railway empire.
Interesting. I'm sure Lady Unterwald spoke highly of you both.
I was her favorite, you know.
No, she told me I was her favorite.
Oh, please. She probably just confused you for me.
I was the favorite. Me.
No, me.
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 That's enough bickering, boys.
I should
Haven't
pick my
we suffered
moment.
enough?
Sorry, Mother.
Yoink! What's this?
It's a recorker. It reseals open bottles.
Oh. Can I borrow it?
I guess.
Thanks! I found these loose petals. Think you could use them to make a rosebud?
Sure. That should be close enough to the real deal. I'm still missing the cocktail perfume, though.
This letter is positively dripping with perfume. Think you could use this to make a rosebud?
Sure. We can give it a shot. That's the plant fibers and the floral essence accounted for. Everything I need to make a rosebud. Now, I can't legally give you the real deal if you're anywhere under 200 pounds. Your liver would give in.
So, what can you give me?
I'll make you a Bud Light. It has all the flavor of a rosebud, but you'll still be able to, you know...
Form sentences?
Precisely.
It's delicious!
Enjoy!
I might be able to make it stronger with some experimentation. And something to mix it all up in. Cool mint-flavored mouthwash. Advisory: contains pure ethanol. Ingredients: ethanol, 29.9%. Eucalyptol, menthol, methyl salicylate, paloxamer 407, thymol. It's an overpowering blend of cheap perfume, plant life, and ethanol. I don't feel any different.
And that's why you're my best friend.
Yes, Arthur. We're all very pleased that you're finally having a good time. But I can't understand a word you're saying. None of us can.
Oh, it's moved towards the sleeper carriages. If I could just get it back, I'm sure it would hold some answers.
What are you doing in here?
Can I ask you a question?
This is a kitchen, not a cabaret. Take your business elsewhere. Uh-oh.
Mr. Masson?
Ah, I see you're enjoying my signature drink. Good man.
Ah, so, you finally sobered up.
Ah, of course I haven't. Don't you see, we're the same amount of drunk.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
What do you want, my dear boy?
Have you seen a briefcase around here?
Ah, yes. I remember the doctor. In his haste to bring me here, he left his briefcase behind. It's likely been returned to luggage storage. Here, you're welcome to take a look for yourself. Make sure you crack the case, my good man. You might want to sober up first, though.
You had the keys to the luggage storage?
Think I trust those porters to store my luggage correctly? No, if you want a job done properly, I often find that I need to do it myself. So I swiped a set of keys when we weren't looking. Is that such a crime?
Yes, it's definitely a crime.
You've never taken something that didn't belong to you?
Okay. I see your point. How'd you end up in this place?
Well, I was served a complimentary drink. Felt rude not to take it. Next thing you know, the doctor is whisking me away for my own safety.
This complimentary drink, do you suspect foul play?
Perhaps I was a little demanding with the kitchen staff. You think someone wanted to poison me? Intentionally?
It's possible.
Well, I should be thanking them, because this is splendid.
Who invented that drink anyway?
The French.
Really?
No, I have no idea.
I should be going.
So long.
Hey, you're looking a little worse for wear there, pal.
I'm perfectly fine, I assure you.
Here's a coffee. On the house.
Thanks. I'll just have a sip. Ooh, that's strong. Ooh. Oh, that coffee did the trick, but oh, my head is killing me. I hope I didn't embarrass myself.
Mr. Masson thought I might find the medical briefcase in here. Aha! Property of Dr. Hirsch.